Okay, a few words about my little test case, or test environment here. This is the game board that I've been working on. It is intended to be in its current form, a replacement for the main board in a game called Gold Zone, which you can look up online. This is one of the displays out of that game. This is supposed to be a plug-and-play replacement. You should be able to plug it in and replace the original board. So that's one of the original displays to make sure that I can talk to it. I do not have the entire game cabinet here, obviously, so I've programmed this Arduino to act as a bit of a serial bridge to this PuTTY window, so it'll emulates the ticket mech and shows me how many tickets it's dispensed, and there are some buttons I can push here, the number keys, to simulate certain events in the real world game. So right now, the game board is unplugged and my emulator is running. Now that blinking yellow light, that is the notch signal from the ticket mech. And much like the original game, if you power on the cabinet, remember this is simulating the cabinet, if you power that on without the game having power, the ticket mechs just start spitting out tickets. It's an annoying function, but I also definitely understand why the original board does it, and it would be a considerable difficulty to get the new board to not. And the reality of the matter is, in normal operation, the ticket mechs never have power without the game board having power. So this situation should not real world happen. But ticket dispensing started. Yes, it started dispensing tickets as soon as I turned the cabinet on. So it's an ISP header, or it's an ISP connector, but I'm not using it for any communications, I'm just using it to power the game. So plug that in, ticket dispensing doing its thing. Got a little initialization thing going on here. I do need to get that thing so that it does not dispense tickets during that init time. So that's one change I need to make. So, one is the simulates having put a coin in. Two is a coin has fallen off the table and hopefully tripped the chute sensor. Three is the hopper has counted a coin and it's basically the score output. Four is the bonus sensor. So you will note that the score and bonus sensors are basically doing nothing right now, and that is because there's not a coin in it. However, the hopper is still enabled. If a quarter falls off the table when you're not playing a game, it should run the hopper to get rid of it. So those yellow, excuse me, they're not yellow, the red, the decimal points on, why did I think yellow? The blinking decimal points on the score display, they indicate that the hopper is running. You see that the hopper is stopped now. It is on a timer. As soon as anytime anything falls off the table, it starts the hopper. I'm not sure why I did it, but I've got it set so that once if the hopper counts a coin, it'll also reset the timer, so it'll keep running longer. And I think that's sensible, in cases where the hopper gets backed up or something. Alright, so I'm going to put a coin in it, and then I will score some points. Coin in. Hopper started, and the hopper counts too. And you see that we've dispensed 24 tickets. That's 12 per tickets that it counts. Okay, make sure the hopper keeps running. Now, in the event that you hit the bonus, in the real game, that's also going to trip the chute sensor. So if you hit the bonus, you're playing the game, you hit the bonus, which will also trigger the chute sensor, and that quarter is going to land in the hopper, which will eventually give you a score. And in the original version of this thing, my original code, not the original game, but in my original code, that would end up counting the bonus and the score. So you get, if your bonus was 300 tickets and your score was 12, you get 312. I did change that, so we should only get 300 here. Perfect. Okay, now what happens if there is a ticket jam? Well, if there is a ticket jam on the very last ticket dispensed, then we're going to simulate a ticket jam by disabling the ticket mech, which I do with the 0 key. Tickets are disabled. Now the tickets are jammed. They're not going anywhere. So if we score some tickets, we are stuck on 12, not counting down, and we go to TJ for ticket jam. After, I don't know, 5 seconds maybe, I think I have it set to. TJ blinking indicates that the tickets are jammed. And now, when the tickets are jammed, or if there's any error with a ticket mech, we do not want the ticket mech to continuously run, because that'll eventually wear things out mechanically. So right now, the ticket motor is disabled. So even if I enable emulating the ticket mech, it's now enabled, but the ticket mech is not running. In order to have it run, it's got to see something happen on the notch signal, which would be an attendant feeding, unjamming the tickets, basically. Once that notch signal is cleared, ticket dispensing resumes, and you'll notice we've only dispensed 11 tickets this time. That is because the attendant has manually dispensed 1, basically. The one that was jammed, the attendant should probably replace the jammed one, because it counted the jammed one. Alright, so, what if the tickets are empty? Well, we disable the ticket mech, and we hold notch on. See, the light is on for notch. And the notch sensor is an optical sensor in the ticket mech that senses when light is going through. And if there's no tickets, obviously the light will hit the sensor and it'll bring notch back. And we get TE for ticket empty. TE is ticket empty. And once again, the motor is not running now. So if I re-enable the ticket mech, we are still tickets empty. Well, now the attendant comes along and inserts some tickets into the mech. And now... oh, right, there weren't any tickets sold. Never mind. So we'll go back to that... Oh, no, yeah, we'll go back to that being, it's empty now. Where's my TE? Alright, they're empty. So we put in a coin, hopper starts, and we score some points. And now I was just 12 tickets, not dispensing any because it's empty. Attendant comes along, inserts some tickets, and it dispenses all 12 like it should. Now, what happens if it becomes empty while it's dispensing? Well, let's see about that. Or jammed, maybe. Coin in, start the shoot, we get a score. We're also going to get the bonus. So now it showed us 312 tickets, which it's doing, it's dispensing them. So I'm going to disable tickets and make it empty. It's empty at 208 tickets. There's my TE. So I re-enable, and in 91, I don't know where that came from, but I may have some adjustments to do with the ticket counts in the event of errors. I haven't really put too much thought into that. And also some of the mistaken counts could be in my tester, so we might need to test some of these scenarios with the real hardware, because I'm not quite sure that the program I threw together on this is counting them accurately. Anyway, point being, you put the tickets in and it starts counting again. So now let's have it jam while it's dispensing. Coin in, get the bonus, which triggers the shoot and eventually gets counted. And we're going to have a jam happen. I hope. Yep, there we go. We sensed a ticket jam. Attendant comes along. Put some tickets in and we resume dispensing. Imagine that, it became empty while dispensing right after a jam. This customer has some horrible luck. We'll go to TE, hopefully. Yep, there it is. Hill Lieutenant comes along and refills it again. It is absolutely crazy that it has taken me more than 10 minutes to demonstrate that. Wow.